I feel that by creating big education, it will give a place for parents and students and activists who are against the current system to fight against the current orthodoxy, to fight against the unions, to fight against principals, to fight against professors, kindergarten teachers. If a teacher is trying to indoctrinate a student, if a teacher is failing a student, if a teacher is abusing a student, new media is the means by which we can report these things, and we can start having accountability at a class-by-class level. My big battle is with cultural Marxism. I've written about it in my book. I used to be a hardcore liberal, and when I was in college, I started to recognize how I was being indoctrinated in a leftist mindset that started at the kindergarten levels. And I realized that the curriculum has been completely infected by leftist thought, that children are not being taught about the First Amendment, they're not being taught about the Constitution, they're not being taught about the Founding Fathers and the reasons why this country was founded in the first place. They're being turned into political activists at the earliest age to maintain the status quo. I think that parents and students have always wanted to speak out, but there isn't really a means to do so. If you live in Los Angeles and you call up the Los Angeles Times and want to talk to the education editor or the education reporter, the chances are that that person is against school choice. And by creating a platform where the teachers, where teachers who are in failing schools who want to change things, or parents or even the students themselves, they now have the means to expose where the rot exists, where the corruption exists. And once you expose where the corruption exists, that's when you start getting the change that you want. I mean, I can't overstate how important new media is. And when students start getting, you know, it's almost impossible to fire a principal. It's almost impossible to fire a teacher. But if you're able to record an infraction, if you're able to record misbehavior by the teachers, there can be enough public outcry that if the teacher can't get fired, then the system that allows for a teacher to stay there when the teacher's doing wrong needs to be changed. So it's only going to be through the exposure of misbehavior and where the money goes and where the ideology is trumping the education. That can only be exposed through the media, and right now the media is part of the status quo. So new media and big education is the answer to this problem.